Hello student, today I am going to discuss interference of light. A light is a transverse wave. When light passes through two slits S1 S2, you see the diagram. So light is a transverse wave and this is called crest. Upper peak point, that is called crest, and lower one is called trough. When two light waves passing through the two slit S1 and S2, after passing through the slit, these light waves superpose, mix up. Their mixation is like that when crest of one wave is overlaps crest of another wave, or trough of one wave is overlaps with the trough of another wave. uh, their mixation, their overlapping is like that. The intensity of light is maximum, that is on the that is obtained on the screen. So this is the intensity of light maximum. Bright spot you will find bright spot on the screen. Again, if trough of one wave overlap crest of another wave, the intensity of light is minimum. That is called dark spot. You will find on the screen dark spot. So like this. So when two light waves passing through the two slit after superposing uh, on the screen, there will be alternate dark and bright spot, or dark and bright spot, that is called interference. Light is a energy. The phenomenon of redistribution of light energy due to the superposition of light waves from two coherent sources is known as interference of light. Now, sustained interference. What is called sustained interference? The interference pattern in which the positions of maximum and minimum of intensity of light remain fixed all along on the screen is called sustained or permanent interference. Condition for sustained interference. Condition for sustained interference. Number 1, the two sources should emit the light waves continuously. The two sources should emit the light waves continuously. Number 2, light waves should be of same wavelength, Number 3, the waves emitted by the two sources of light should either be in phase or should have a constant phase difference. Number 4, the two sources of light must lie very close. the two sources of light must lie very close to each other. So these are the conditions for sustained interference. To occur interference pattern on the screen, these are the conditions. Now I want to say what is called coherent sources. Coherent sources. So you see in the diagram, S1, S2, these are two coherent sources. What is called coherent source? The sources of light which emit continuous light waves of the same wavelength, same frequency, and in same phase or having constant phase difference are called coherent sources. There are conditions for coherent sources. The coherent sources of light should be obtained from a single source by some device. The two sources should give monochromatic light, means the light should have the single wavelength, and the path difference between light waves from two sources should be small. Now another important relation, that is relation between phase difference and path difference. We have to make clear about this relation between phase difference and path difference. You see what is phase and what is path. See this wave. This one complete wave. Or pi, 2 pi. You see this is called path. From here, starting from here, this is path, which is denoted by lambda. And this point, this is called phase. Phase. So if path difference between two waves is lambda, if path difference between two waves is lambda, then phase difference between them is 2 pi. If path is lambda, path is lambda, then phase is 2 pi. If path difference between two waves is x or del x, then phase difference is phase denoted by phi equal to 2 pi by lambda into del x. So phase equal to, or another way you can calculate, if path difference is lambda, then phase is 2 pi. If path is 1, phase is 2 pi by lambda. If path is del x, then phase is 2 pi by lambda into 2 pi by lambda into del x. So phase equal to phase difference phi equal to 2 pi by lambda into path difference. path difference, or path difference equal to path difference del x equal to lambda by 2 pi, lambda by 2 pi, transfer this lambda by 2 pi into 5, lambda by 2 pi into phase difference. Lambda by, so it's clear, phi equal to 2 pi by lambda rel x, so lambda by 2 pi into 5. So this is path difference. So path difference equal to, you can write lambda by 2 pi into 5, or phase difference equal to write phi equal to 2 pi by lambda into x. Path, this is phi equal to 2 pi by lambda into del x. So this is about path difference and phase difference, a relation between path difference and phase difference. Now superposition principle of light waves. It states that when two or more waves of light traveling in a medium superpose upon each other, then the resultant displacement at any instant is equal to the vector sum of the displacement due to individual waves. So let y1, y2, y3, yn be the displacement due to different waves, be the displacement due to different waves, then the resultant displacement is given by y equal to y1, y2, y3 up to yn. Actually, superposition waves is like that. One number of waves passing through a medium and all the waves overlap to each other, the resultant wave is the vector sum of individual waves. So resultant waves is the vector sum of individual waves. That is the superposition principle wave. So superposition principle waves means it is the vector sum of individual waves. Thank you.